Today, the San Diego Unified School District announcing that they are supporting Proposition 50. This is a constitutional amendment that will appear on the special election ballot in November. It's in response to the 2025 Texas redistricting. So if it's passed, it will allow the state to use a new legislature-drawn congressional district map for upcoming elections instead of the one drawn by the California Citizens Redistricting Commission. Now, the school district says that the move will help shape the state's representation and help defend public education. The board will be voting on the resolution to support Prop 50 tomorrow. And joining us now to talk more about the announcement and the vote is Vice President of the San Diego Unified District Board, Richard Barrera. Hi, Richard. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, Logan. Thanks so much.
Tell me why you're so passionate and why many on the board, it seems, are pretty passionate about having Proposition 50 approved so that some redistricting can be taking place.
Yeah, Logan, so what we've seen since January has just been a relentless attack on our students, our families, our schools. You know, we see armed, masked agents literally pulling parents out of their cars when they're there to drop off or pick up their students at school. We see cutbacks in programs that are designed to provide after school opportunities for kids, school meals, teacher training, and many of these programs have been actually approved by the Congress, but then the administration just holds the funding. And what we're not seeing is a Congress that's willing to stand up and say, enough, that's wrong. We need to protect our public schools. And so, given that we're not seeing that response from the Congress, our feeling is California voters need to have the opportunity to elect a different Congress and a Congress that will actually stand up to Trump and protect our schools.
I was doing a little research. I guess it was Prop 11 that kind of established this independent bipartisan body called the Citizen Redistricting Commission, and then Prop 20 gave it the power to redraw the lines. Is there a concern that if you're kind of going against voters on Prop 11 and Prop 20, that you get into some kind of a difficult situation where the legislature is redrawing lines and not maybe an independent body?
I mean, the good thing in California is voters are going to have a chance to vote on Prop 50, and we think that's different from what we saw in Texas, where the legislature just redrew the lines without a vote of the people.
Yeah.
In our case, we understand all of the process issues, but right now, this back and forth, who started it, Texas or California, all of those things are less important than what we're seeing is the impact to our students and our educators and our families and our schools. And we just need a Congress that's willing to say, look, despite whatever the politics are, and despite how Donald Trump may threaten our own reelection, we're going to actually stand up for our local communities. And that's why it's so important that we think that people who care about our public schools should vote yes on Prop 50.
What are you hearing from your board members and maybe staff and teachers and maybe parents and things like that you're talking to?
Well, what's interesting, Logan, is, often educators kind of stay out of the political process. But in this case, when you come after our kids and our families, educators are actually going to stand up. And so I think we're going to see a very strong, powerful voice coming from teachers, from parents, from even students themselves to say enough is enough, vote for Prop 50 so we can protect our schools here in California.
Richard Barrera, good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks so much, Logan.
Appreciate it.